Allison, and I am actually going to do a voiceover for this part of the video. Surprise! I hope that's okay. I do believe it's easier to have this kind of voiceover to accompany the journal footage. That way I can possibly further explain myself a little better. I'm not that articulate, but I'm going to try to explain my process and how I have changed in regards to my bullet journal. So I get a lot of questions on my Instagram about my journal setup, and instead of making it into a post, I decided to just show you. Compared to my 2020 journal, well, at least the early part of my 2020 journal, my 2021 setup is a much more simple format. I cut out a lot of things that I simply forget to fill out or I can't be bothered, and I just kept it really simple this time. I do find myself changing the layout maybe just a little bit every month, so I'll include my bullet journal setups in the vlogs from now on if you would like to see it. The journal I'm using has very thick pages, so it actually handles gouache really well. So maybe for March I'll consider painting in this journal with gouache, maybe. But for now, I'm just going to do something very simple with pens and line art and one colored pencil. Yeah, but back to the journal. So I have a cover page, and right next to it is a calendar. I matched this calendar with my online calendar. Oh, I should also point out that I use Notion as well in conjunction with my bullet journal. So if you would like to see my Notion setup, let me know. I found Notion to be incredibly helpful back in December when I actually ran out of pages in my 2020 journal, which is another reason why I'm keeping this journal so simple. I have a fear of running out of pages. So it shouldn't happen this time, but I don't know, we'll see. So anyway, the calendar. This is where I plot out what type of content is going to go up on certain days. I like to try to keep everything pretty consistent across the board, but life happens. Sometimes things just don't go my way, or I'll just have a spontaneous post and my mind is saying, oh, post that like right now. But I typically do use my analytics to figure out when my audience is most active, and that's how I usually determine when to post. But, whatever. I also note any bills, subscriptions, anything due, meetings. I put everything here. It really helps me to have a visual calendar to look at so I can see my month at a glance. The next page is a bit boring but necessary, the expenses. This year I'm learning a lot about financial freedom, and I'm really trying to save up, so it's super important for me as well as my business to stick to a budget. And next to that page I have my brain dump page where I just write down all of my fleeting thoughts, and I have a lot of those, so this page is very important. So here is the weekly setup. It's quite simple. I remove stuff like the mood trackers, the habit trackers, because I find myself simply not filling those out later on in the year, and I decided not to waste the paper anymore. I don't know, I added make my bed to my previous habit trackers for a whole year, and now I make my bed without thinking. So mission accomplished, habit trackers do work. So I feel like I don't need them, at least right now. So for the weekly layout, I put a tiny calendar because, again, I'm a visual being. I also have priorities, any packages I'm expecting, and as you can see, I further divide every day into a priority section and a task section. I can't speak. A task section. That's complicated to say. So I can at least feel somewhat accomplished if I get those important priorities done. So that is the setup. It's very simple, but I hope you find something that maybe you can incorporate into your bullet journal setup. Let me know if you do. You can tell me here in the comments. You can message me on Instagram. You can send an owl to my window, whatever is most convenient for you. Thanks so much for watching my video. Your comments make me happy. Thank you so much. Have a good day, and I will see you next time. Bye.